All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome here live tonight. Atlanta Motor Speedway here for Extreme Motorsports 99.com Cup Series action. And man, it's going to be an awesome one here. Atlanta, USA, we've got some partly cloudy skies and some bad boys and some monster machines out here. They just completed qualifying here tonight. We got 36 bad fast boys out here. Probably actually going to be 34, bad fast boys out here. And I'm Joe White up here in the booth as always, and accompanied by Ryan W. Daniels. Ryan, how you doing?
I'm doing great this evening, Joe. Excited to be able to be up here and call the race, and I think we're in for a good one. These Cup boys are looking fast here tonight already.
Oh, yes, they are. Definitely looking bad fast out there. And last week's winner, the old New Hampshire Speedway, the short track there, so to speak, man, pulled it off. Jake Nichols, Superman, he's putting it on pole. Looking like he's trying to get back in his old groove self here. Again, we've got 34 of these awesome drivers. A lot of pro-style, peak antifreeze, if I could say that, drivers here tonight. And appreciate that here at ExtremeMotorsports99.com because I know these guys come out. And most notably, old Jimmy Mullis out there finished 10th this past week at Sonoma. So that is awesome. Now we got old Ethan out there in the chat. What's going on, man? So I want to appreciate everybody coming out here tonight as always, because we're live here in Atlanta, and we definitely want to show a shout out here to our title sponsor, OSR Network, TN Designs. TN Designs, racing designs and graphics. Looking for a paint job, anything done like that, or a logo, check out men at TN Designs. The boys will hook you up. Well, what you think we're going to see here tonight, Ryan?
Man, I mean, just based on practice, these guys looked a lot more stable tonight, obviously, than we saw the Xfinity cars last night. I don't know how that's going to go over the course of the race. These Cup cars, we saw the Xfinity cars last night, they got tighter. These Cup cars make it looser, especially here at Atlanta where the grip level is not very high. Oh,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Problem is, though, they got a setup here. They didn't have one last night, so it might be a little different.
Yeah, I mean, I have to agree. Obviously, you're right. There was only a baseline setup last night for those Xfinity cars, and these ones do have a procured setup. So, I mean, I think it's going to be a very close race regardless. We saw it come down to just a few laps to go last night, and that brilliant move by Colton Lane to take the win. So it's going to be exciting to see who's going to be a major player here tonight, and may even be Jake Nichols or some other guys near the front. Devin Smirker and Alan J. Elwood were fast in qualifying as well.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, let me know how out there in the chat world how we sound, how the stream looks, how everything looks. I haven't asked that in a while, but always like, asking. I mean, keep the viewers and all happy. I see Spike's out there. She's ready to go. Obviously, we know she's pulling for her main man. That would be Tyler Sifford, Mr. Popular. Because the man's just, well, he's popular. Everybody loves him. Tyler Sifford, he started 15th tonight.
It's funny you do that Tyler Sifford quote because this is where it originated from.
Hey, see? The man got popular in Atlanta.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes,
Yeah.
Tyler Sifford qualifying 15th tonight and looking to bring that number 30 to the front, I would say, hoping to have some luck. We haven't really talked about Tyler all that much this season, just haven't seen him up front as much as we're used to, but I'll bet Tyler's going to be trying his hardest to get that turned around here tonight.
Oh, yeah, you're absolutely right. What's on, Colton? How you doing out there? Tell you what, hey, there's Becky. Awesome, good deal. We know she's going to be pulling for the old Tyler out there herself. So, got the gang in the house. What's going on, Connor? How you doing? Free cookies. That man's out there talking about free cookies. Yeah, we know the story behind the free cookies, huh?
I'm sorry, I had my mic muted.
What? Oh.
My phone went off, and I was trying to shut it off. I didn't want anyone to hear it.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, look there. Look, man, see, the man just got more popular. Hey, that said, Tyler's brother-in-law, Chris, is watching tonight. So that's awesome. Well, we heard his nephew last week, I believe it was. I forgot his name. My bad. I'm sorry, because after you say about 9 million names in a week, he kind of just can't. They just kind of all start running together. But I know it was his nephew. So there you go. What's going on, IU? Yeah, I kind of did the red name thing tonight as a test. Let me know. I was going to go back with white, but I did
Maybe
the red.
yellow.
Well, yellow might clash with the silver and black. You know, yeah. Probably what I'll do is tomorrow night I'll switch it to white, let everybody see and see what they think. Yeah, the red not bad over the silver, but over the black I see what he's saying, and that's where I was kind of worried. It is a sharp style red, so it's not like a high contrast or anything. So, but yeah, Kevin, that's right, Kevin, good deal, awesome. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I did it pretty much because I changed up. I mean, OSR Network's colors really are black, white, silver, and red. That's pretty much what our color schemes are here at OSR Network, and so that's kind of why I am. But yeah, it's an experiment.
I'm trying to get a look at it on my phone.
Yeah, I looked at it. I did a test earlier, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna go with it, see what it is. If you're looking on a phone, I could see. If you're looking on a TV, it would probably be so bad. But it's more or less an experiment.
It's hard to say because it goes from black to silver like that. It's hard to find a color that works with both of those.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. The white works, but it's going to the white at the last one down there is going to kind of
be harder to see.
Yeah. Yellow definitely. I really don't want too much yellow. So yeah. Folks, it's temporary really because eventually I will go to ATVO and the color schemes will say, but they have a lot more options as far as setting stuff up. But anyways, hey, feedback's awesome. That's what I want. That's what I need. It is hard, like you just said, color scheme wise, to go with that. On a TV, the red's not bad. On a phone, yeah, it's going to be a little littler.
Yeah, little mini.
Mini, yeah.
All right, well, we have 10 seconds to grid.
10 seconds, here we go. Houston, we hopefully don't have no problems here. That's where Atlanta tonight. And we got 170 laps? Yep.
Yes.
Hit the nail on the head. All right. Here we
Way to go.
All right, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Came a math genius overnight, and not only a math genius, a psychic nonetheless.
Yeah, that's it. What was the psychic part for?
Because you knew before you looked.
Oh, yeah, true. There you go. All right, well, here we go. Let's grid this thing up here tonight. Man on pole, Superman out front, Jake Nichols. Well, we came up with him a name last week, the Predator, and he is going to look to hunt down his prey tonight, and that would be the Superman. Jimmy Mullis starting in second, Alan J. Elwood third, Colton Davis fourth, Cameron Hearn starting in fifth, Devin Smirker there in sixth, Adam Gilliland starting seventh, Tyler Laughlin eighth, John Houston ninth, and round out the top 10, Mason Wetzel. Boy, I was going through them names there as we looked at the rest of this field, Ryan. That top 10 is like, when I say peak antifreeze drivers, boy, that's a lot of pro-style talent up front on that top. But again, there's a lot of talent throughout this whole entire field. That's what makes Extreme Motorsports 99.com Cup Series one of the best with the best of the best.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, these guys are going to be, putting on a show, and you just said it, star-studded names, not just up front, even out back. I mean, we have the winner from 2 weeks ago, Blake Reynolds there in the 66. He's back there with his teammate, Patrick Mallett. They're both going to start on the last row of the grid. It's going to be interesting to see those two cars that we've seen be very strong early on in the season come through this field here tonight.
Yep, absolutely. Just checking. Did Jake Nichols grid yet? I don't see him gridded up yet.
Nope. That's not good.
I know, that ain't good. That's usually, yeah. If he's having a connection issue or something, or if he's going to start in the pits, or...
We just disconnected.
Oh, wow. Well, our pole sitter just disconnected. So,
Yeah.
well, that's going to bring a humdinger to the whole party here, so to speak. Wow.
Trying to listen into the radios and see if they're saying anything. I didn't catch any. Oh, Jake Nichols is back.
Oh,
He just reconnected. So
okay.
he's obviously going to have to start from the pit road. That's a given.
Yeah.
But I don't know what happened. I was looking at the ping and quality stats that Iracing gives, and everything was in the green. So I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I don't either. Well, I'll give a shout out because they're talking about Becca out there. So, yeah, Jake will be able to get back in, but obviously it's starting way far back. So, well, that mixes it up front here. So we're getting set to go green flag racing, like I said, for 170 laps around this 1.5-mile monster of a track. Well, mini-style monster. You'll see some fast speeds here, folks, tonight. So it will be all.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's going to be interesting here as the pace car is getting ready to drop. Alan J. Elwood, the impromptu pole sitter here.
Yeah, absolutely. Alan J. Elwood's going to send them all. Pace cars in. We got a green flag in the air. Well, yeah, Jimmy Mullis almost went, and he spun the tires on the start. Whoa, that could have been disastrous right there on the get-go. They go off into turn number 1. Everybody settles it in, though, as they're 2x2 stacked up. Elwood stays out front. Jimmy Mullis pulls it back into third.
Yeah, and a good job there by both the 71 and the, and I believe it was the 26 to get slowed up, so they didn't run over the back of the 40. But we talked about at the beginning of this broadcast that the track was going to be very, very slick here tonight. Apparent even on new tires, that 40 had no grip at all. That is not going to be made easier on older tires if somebody decides to use that later. And as we go down the back straightaway, I'm trying to take a look through the field, and all single file up at the front, Joe, but they're starting to fight, I would say, right around the back of the top 10.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, these guys, man, are definitely putting a hammer down here. Sorry about that. I didn't even have my button. I was sitting talking and didn't have the button mashed.
I knew something happened because I was like, why isn't he answering?
Yeah, I know. It's terrible, ain't it, man? It's terrible. Well, right now these guys, man, are doing good. They all fanned out a little bit here, looking very, very well. So right now these guys, man, are putting on a good show so far.
Yeah, they are. You got a good battle right now, side by side for the 13th spot. Richie Evans on the inside of the number 30, Tyler Sifford. It looks like Tyler's going to get the momentum on the top.
You're absolutely right, man. He's going to go up there on the outside of him. So hang on just a second. Yep. I'm back here watching Tyler Laughlin. He's in that 9th spot. He's in a good battle there with Mason Witzel as they're hammering it door to door.
Yeah, a lot of good battles, as you say, around the field. And more guys looking back here as well. Mike Rominger trying to work his way up. He's right behind the champ, Bobby Chaney.
Yep, the champ right there. He's trying to work his way up there in 13th spot. Most notably, need to say this again because last week was the first time. I'm going to say the no fast fix error here in ExtremeMotorsports99.com. That's right. They didn't have the fast fix last week. They don't have it this week either. So, awesome.
Yeah, and that's definitely made things a challenge for these guys. I mean, you have to be so smooth and so careful around every single inch of all these tracks. You know, it's when you're used to having a fast fix each and every week and that's suddenly taken away from you, that's a whole new thing. That's a brand new, you know, way of approaching the race. So these guys are probably still getting used to that, and especially given the speed and how close everybody's running right now, you've got to be careful.
Yeah, the red, yeah, I know. But there's really not a lot I can do about it right now. Yeah. That's kind of
when you get told by Sifford's girlfriend, that's when you know that you've lost.
Yeah, but there's not a lot I can do on it, so yeah, we have to kind of bear with it. It was an experiment, so worth a shot. Now I know.
Hey, you don't know if you don't know.
There you go. What Ryan said, yeah. Well, it's a good race so far. Guys have been very patient and kind of fanned out. Alan J. Elwood, the man up front. Old Jimmy Mullis right there, about 8 tenths off of him. Cameron Hearn, he's back there. Adam Gilliland sitting in 4th, Colton Davis 5th, Davis America 6th, Nick Northrup 7th, John Houston 8th, Tyler Lachlan 9th, and we're watching Mason Witzel around here in the 10th. Got Matt Hoover right there on his back deck lid. So these guys have got fanned out, and pretty good racing going on right now. You seeing anything maybe odd or anything out there on the track?
Not really. They're keeping it nice, orderly, and clean. Everybody's basically single file throughout the field. We're seeing guys try to get runs and make moves for position, but I don't know if because maybe the car is tight or something, the guys are just being very hesitant and just taking it easy, but doing a very, very good job right now. Given, yeah, I mean, you and me know this track gets loose and stuff like that all the time, and these guys are looking awesome right now.
Yeah, true. Well, right now, well, I'll tell you what, y'all give me a, yeah, yellow would work. The problem is if I throw yellow on there, then how's the yellow going to contrast with the silver? So y'all gotta keep that in mind too. So,
think Jeff Gordon.
Keep giving me input. Hey, I'm all for it because we definitely will try until we find something that works. Well, that's what I like seeing. That's basically why I did it, and yeah, we'll go to work on it. They said they're old.
I do have to say there is one guy out in this field who's looking really good, and you mentioned his name before. Matt Hoover keeping it strong right now on that number 13 in the 11th spot in that brand new Birdie's Construction car, the different paint job than what we've seen on that car in the past.
Yeah, it is. Right now, just riding along with him there a little bit. He's right behind Mason Witzel. Sitting in 11th spot, got Tyler Sifford, Mr. Popularity himself right there. And 12th spot, Bobby Cheney. We call him Mr. Consistency. He's just riding along, doing what he does. Be consistent to the end of this one. Try to be just patient, so to speak. It looks like a lot of these guys are. But you know what, Ryan? Race last week started off very, very well. Went about 40 laps, man, clean, without
incident.
Yeah, my bad.
It's all good.
I was reading the chat out there, lost train of thought. Went really well without incident, like I said. Then we had a couple cautions, which, you know, cautions breed cautions, short track racing. Maybe here so much might not be too bad because, well, it's a faster track, and you can get spread out a lot easier.
Yeah, and, you know, you talk about that, but even still, we've seen some guys in this race right now that are able to move through the field. This long run definitely looking to play into the hands of some other drivers. As, for example, right now, Nick Northrup started in the 11th spot. He's up to 7th. He is the biggest mover of the race so far, at least in the top 10.
Right, good deal, yeah. Well, I will try yellow tomorrow night, folks. I will give that one a shot because you're right. I see the yellow of the numbers contrast well through the black and the silver all there. I just didn't want too much yellow because it really doesn't go with the color scheme. And one person said yellow on red just doesn't work. And I'm going, I don't know. So, but Becky said the yellow probably would work.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe try almost, I would say, if you wanted to, maybe try more of like a neon yellow or maybe even slightly closer to green, and maybe that'll come up better against both.
Yeah,
That's such a bright standout color.
Yeah, we'll work on it. I know Rick's probably watching going, what in the world are they talking about?
Right. How is this race coverage?
Yeah, how is this going about the race cars? Well, hey, got to make the fans happy, and that's what I want. You know, I try to come out here. That's my number one thing. I always want it enjoyable for everyone to see, listen to. Let me know how the stream's looking to you too out there, if they're running smooth for you. As I tried tonight to put this thing, and hopefully it's coming across well. Running this thing, you can either have an option to look at it at 720 or 1080p.
I'm looking right now, Joe. We do have a good battle out on the track between the 99 and the 30 of Tyler Sifford, side by side going into turn one.
I do see that. They are door to door, and they got no Richie Evans right there on the back deck lid. I see that paint job the 99's got out there. Very nice. Wait a minute, that's the 30. Excuse me. Well, he's got a nice paint job too because that's a change up to what the 99 normally has. Normally he's out there in the SRA. I'm showing him a Napa machine. But old Tyler Siffert's got the old UNC colors out there flying high. And then right there's Tom Whitmore in the mix. He's right behind him. So a good battle going on back here. As these guys, man, are just tooth and nail. Look at old Mike Rominger back there getting it done.
Yeah, and another guy that I'm watching riding on board with the 66 of Blake Reynolds, talked about it at the start, started in the 33rd position and has now worked his way up just outside, knocking on the door of the top 15. Blake is coming to the front in a hurry here, and I believe the longer this run goes on, it's only going to continue to aid that 66.
Absolutely. Yeah, it is a fixed setup league, but there's no fast fixes here tonight. And these guys, man, are looking really good right now. Man, appreciate everybody coming out. You're right, riding along with Bobby Chaney here. He's in a dog fight there with Tyler Sifford. You talk about Blake Reynolds. Blake Reynolds is one of the pros here from the Pecan Freeze series of iRacing. You can check that out every other Tuesday there on the iRacing Live and iRacing.com and their YouTube, man. Check those guys out. Wonderful job and awesome looking stuff right there.
Yeah, it's exciting to see these guys fight side by side. That 66 now looking to the inside of the 6 of Tom Whitmore. That is one of the best battles and areas of action we have on the track right now. As these guys, as you've mentioned, taking it so easy and it's just starting to spread out. It's starting to look more and more like a real Cup Series race.
Oh, absolutely. They are looking like a real Cup Series race. Oh, Tyler got in the back right there. Richie Evans almost turned him, but he held on to that thing. Good driving job there by old Richie Evans there just a little bit. And here comes Alante Ballard, the showstopper. Man says, I'm about to show off, and I'm bringing it to the front somehow.
Yeah, and in front of them, that 66 finally did get around the number 6 of Tom Whitmore. Tom just kind of went into turn 1 and just kind of said, please, you're faster than me. I don't want to race anybody that hard this early, and just kind of let him go.
Absolutely. More see Richie Evans right there. He has got Delonte on the outside. Mike Rominger, Mr. Extreme himself right there. One of the originals here, and that's why we call him that past champ. Look good at number 4 machine. Got a good battle. Now, if we take it back up front, Jimmy Mullis, in the meantime, folks, has taken that top spot away from Alan J. Elwood, who is struggling, and now he's got the 71 of Colton Davis on his inside, taking that second spot.
Yeah, Alan J. Elwood, last year's Xfinity Series champion, definitely having a little bit of trouble right now as this run is on lap number 23 consecutive so far. Just looking like maybe these cars are getting tighter and tighter as that 71 of Colton Davis almost pushes up into the 5 as they come out of turn 2. They're going to get close again as they enter turn 3 here. Alan J. Elwood continuing to try to fight on that outside lane. Yeah,
it is. Let's ride along here with Adam Gilliland. Boy, he is on the right quarter panel right there, rear of Alan Elwood as he fights back on the outside there. Colton Davis and Alan up front. They're side by side. Jimmy Mullis definitely loving this. Give you an update on Jake Nichols. 1 lap down, sitting in 34th position right now. I think he's just riding this one out, Ryan. Just kind of see what's going to happen. Right now, they're nose to tail up front, and they're battling it out. But here comes Adam on the inside.
Yeah, Adam definitely still trying to get around the inside of that 5 now of Alan J. Elwood as the 71 of Colton Davis has been able to make the pass. Meanwhile, behind them, this has pulled Cameron Hearn ever closer to this group as well. So about to have another guy up here in the mix trying to fight for that top 2 or 3 spot.
Yeah, it is. Cameron Hearn last night dominated a lot of the race in the Xfinity Series, along with old Nate Trito, until they both just kind of got in some mix-ups. Unfortunate incidents on their end there. You know, wrong place, wrong time. But here comes old Mr. Sherwood Williams. How's that? And the 67, Cameron Hearn, he's been able to pull it up there. But, well, look at that 8 car, Adam Gilliland. He goes to the outside of Colton Davis. They're going to battle it out for second.
Yeah, that 8 car showing a lot of speed right now. Adam Gilliland really getting the most he can out of that 8 machine. He's definitely got to be one already, an early favorite here if these long runs are going to continue, because this 8 car is on a rail right now.
Yeah, absolutely, right there. And what's going on, IU? How you doing out there? Man, look at Alan Elwood. Boy, the 71 gets a little wiggly coming into the try over there. Alan's going to get a good run on the inside going to turn 1. He dives it down there. They're door to door heading off into it. Right now, these guys are showing up some good patience, but hard, clean racing. Folks, you got to remember, you wreck your car and tear it up here, you don't get no backup in this one. There is no fast fix here tonight. I call it the fast fix error here at ExtremeMotorsports99.com. The no fast fix error, that is. And I love it. I really do. My hat's off to Rick Donington and them for implementing it. I know we talked about it about a year ago, and it's just awesome to see, and I think it's been a wonderful thing these guys are doing out here.
Yeah, I really think that it has helped, you know, in terms of at least of the cautions, you know, it slows these guys down, and maybe at some point, you know, you'd give them back the fast fix or something like that, just as like, you know, now that you guys can do it, but that's only if you felt that comfortable. Obviously, what?
Peak antifreeze don't have fast fix. They don't need it.
Okay.
They're
but
pros,
we're not the
man.
Peak, okay.
Yeah. Just because you and me ain't pros, man. Now, come on now.
Good point.
Yeah. We need a fast fix. What's wrong?
I lost Iracing for a minute. I think it's okay.
Oh, okay. Where'd it go?
All my readouts went red.
My bad. Okay, well, I'm just making sure, man, you didn't sell it.
No, I just got my 2 years renewed, so I'm $200 poor.
Yeah, there you go. But you'll be on here for the next 2 years. That's awesome.
Yes, I will. I will continue to do everything I can to improve my horrible racing skills and my somewhat better than my racing skills announcing.
You do fine at announcing. That's why I like you up here. We got a good race going on, though, man. I tell you, look at that. I'm watching this Blake Reynolds back here. John Houston right there. He's on the outside of him. Tom Whitmore's trying to bring that Dre broadcast machine to the front. Look good. Right now he's on that back deck lid there. That's 66. So he's riding in his tire tracks, trying to get around here at Atlanta. These guys, like I say, are putting on a good show. Hard, clean, good racing, but being very respectful. Like we say, what that no fast fix does, Ryan, it makes you, whoa, boy, they almost got together, though. What that makes you do as a racer, you're not going to take as many chances as you usually would, unless it's like 10 laps to go, obviously.
Yeah, that's for sure. And I do have to say, one guy, I keep talking about him a little bit tonight, is that 66 Blake Reynolds is really impressing me. Up to the 9th spot right now. Started, as I said earlier, second to last. It's only taken him 30 laps to pass all the way up inside the top 10. That's 66. If he could ever catch the leader, he may not let that lead go.
You're right. Oh, Becky out there says she needs a fast fix every day. Don't feel bad. You're not old, Becky. I am. So, I definitely need one because I'm old. But you're right. The 66 bit, we're watching him right here. He's got Tom right in his tire tracks. He's moved it up in the 9th spot. He started 33rd. And it's currently 9th, and Tom right there behind him. So they've been able to methodically move it up. So been a pretty good one. And Tyler Laughlin, I noticed, went into the pits. He's a lap down. So I don't know why. Don't know why he would actually have went into the pits this early.
Actually, I do believe we are already on lap 32. They may be entering these guys' pit window, but for example, Matt Walzenbach also in the pits, but he sped on pit entry, so that 29 is going to have to wait.
Oh, I hate to see that. Well, up front, Adam Gilliland has been able to take that car to the front past Jimmy Mullis for the lead, as Colton Davis is still running in 3rd, Alan J. Elwood 4th, and Cameron Hurd right up there in the top 5. As we say that, Adam's coming down in the pits. No, he's not. Ouch. Well, he was going into the pits, and then he lost it at the entrance of pit. Let's go back on him. Actually, let's go back on the replay and watch that, because I saw it. He was leading, and I think you're right, Ryan. These guys are coming in for their green flag pit stop. So he's coming in. Oh, yeah, he was coming in hot and heavy. Just couldn't get that thing slowed up. Oh, him and Jimmy Mullis both. Looks like they both came in at the same time. Jimmy Mullis came in just as hot and heavy as he did. They both had to get heavy on the binders. And then, wow.
Yeah, definitely unfortunate there. The 8 ended up better off in that situation than the 40. The 40 actually looks like he was the one that kind of came in a little, even maybe a bit hotter than the 8 and kind of got into the side of him, but both of them looked to be okay. The 40 did stay longer, though, on pit road to get some damage repaired, and he's still on pit road.
Blake Reynolds, though, man, I don't know if you just saw that, went flying off down through there and missed pit road. and went off through the grass. So these guys might be something to keep an eye on here, Ryan. These guys are having trouble getting slowed down or woed down, whichever one you want to say it, to come into the pits. And right now, Blake Reynolds, boy, he's got an ill handling car. Those tires might be getting a little slick. I got a feeling he's going to be heading off into pit road here shortly.
Yeah, I feel like he's going to have to try to make a move here this lap, and he is. And you mentioned it, how slick that 66 looked. I'm wondering if that's the issue with these guys getting onto pit road. These tires are just so greasy right now and so slick from this rough racetrack that they just can't get slowed down coming to the pits.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, I'll tell you what, right now, big race weekend, this guy's drivers in common. Oh, yeah, no doubt. Good deal. Yeah, big race. Well, Daytona, and then right after the Daytona race, we got the Racing Freaks. And since we're on the topic of Racing Freaks real quick, actually, we're just on the topic of OSR Network real quick. We're back on the portal again on Saturday nights. That's right. We made the iRacing live, and I got to appreciate the fans. I gotta thank iRacing for one. Jack Davis and them also, most notably for doing that. You know, I really appreciate that, having them let me be on there, put the leagues on there, and it's kind of awesome.
Yeah, definitely cool to see them giving guys like you an opportunity to get on here and work your craft of all the great commentary work that you do and the broadcast work as well.
Work my craft.
Yes, work your craft. That is an expression.
Gotcha. All right.
Work your magic.
Work my magic. All right, yeah, that'll work. Well, look at that. Aiden Young. He's up front leading a few laps here, as he's yet to take the his green flag pit stop here. So he's out front looking good in that number 9 machine out there. Got a new little paint job, and I hear he might be changing team names. So what's his team name going to be?
Oh, we're unveiling spoilers on OSR Network. I'm so happy. Okay, so as of today, ladies and gentlemen, I, the owner of Iceman Motorsports, Ryan Daniels, am proud to announce that Iceman Motorsports will be switching to Hurricane Motorsports, effective immediately, with the newly numbered trucks that will all be Chevrolets, numbers 25 through 28 for the Monday Night Thunder Series.
And Extreme.
I don't know about Extreme. I don't know if Aiden's switching numbers over here. I doubt.
Oh, you know, he's going to keep the same number?
Here, yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's so that all 4 of our trucks over at NMNTS are now fully, what do you call that? Unified.
Ah, gotcha. Well,
and Aiden is spinning on the... Oh, he saved it.
Ouch. Good deal. Well, we definitely don't want to see that. That's something we don't want to see there. Well, Tyler Laughlin's the man who's been able to take the top spot now in the 51 machine. As we're cycling through these green flag pit stops here. He was one of the first ones to take it. And he's got Alan Gilliland right there behind him, 3 seconds back. What's going on, Tom? What's going on, John? Spike, everybody? Welcome to the chat out there, man. I love seeing all the viewers. And, yeah, I'm happy with the success we've had so far. It's been pretty good. Oh, by the way, folks, I got something else, man, to share later on. It's going to be really funny. But we got to do something before then. Right now, it's been a good race, though. We're 44 laps in, 170. Caution free, folks. Don't want to knock on wood. Ryan said he don't have no wood. I told him to knock on his head last night.
I found some wood, actually.
Oh, all right, good deal. We'll start hitting that thing.
I'm knocking on it for you.
Oh, good. All right, awesome. Nice. Good race here. Right now, Tyler Laughlin, the man up front, he's going to hold off. He's about 2.2 seconds ahead of old Adam Gilliland, who was in second spot. Colton Davis is right there near, actually, if I say that. Colton Davis is side by side taking the spot. And Adam goes on the apron for some reason. He's coming into pits.
Yeah, Adam Gilliland's got a problem of some kind. I'm trying to listen to the engine. I don't know that it's running.
Oh, really? Man, well, he went into the pit, so I don't think that damage was severe enough that it would have caused him to get that car hurt that bad.
No, he still got it at speed at 50. I just don't know what happened.
Huh. Okay. Well, I hate that because, he looked good. Well, that puts Colton Davis right there in the second spot. Alan J. Elwood sitting third. Cameron Hearn. Now, the only thing on a warm, fair night in Houston, I hear you. Everything's big in Texas. There you go. Well, I'll tell you what, car up there high on the wall. Looks like the 51. That's actually probably Tyler Laughlin himself. But, the racing like here, awesome so far. Green flag running. The one thing that it really does not favor, that would actually probably be Jake Nichols, who unfortunately has some connection issues, something he can't, help, as everybody has experienced those from time to time. But put him a lap down, and without a caution, it's going to be very hard for him to get it back here because everybody seems like they're running on a pretty good pace right now. And watching our man, our champ, here in the Cup Series, reigning current defending champ, that is. So we got a pass for the lead. That's old Colton Davis went to the front. Flew right by old Tyler Laughlin right there. He's on the inside. But Bobby Cheney from SRA. We like those Sim Racing Authority guys. They come over here. They came over here last season, Ryan. You know and I know. Well, they unpacked with one mission only. Win a championship and dethrone Jake Nichols. And they did that. And boy, it was awesome to see how they did it.
Yeah, they came in and, they just essentially SRA took over. They were winning races, running at the front. And when it mattered most at the end of the season, Bobby Cheney was able to come in and win the championship just based on, being super consistent throughout the season. And his consistency ended up being better than Jake Nichols' 9 wins last season.
Yep, absolutely. So sometimes wins, sure, definitely will get you there. Sometimes consistency, and that's what we called him, Mr. Consistency. And that's Bobby Cheney right there in the 99. And right now, old Colton Davis right now is looking to try to put this thing in victory lane. Tyler Laughlin sitting second. Alan Elwood, he's looking good at number 5, though, as he's coming up with the back deck lid there. Tyler, and he's going to try to take over that second spot. Cameron Hearn's right there in the mix, too. Nick Northrup, haven't really talked about him. He's another SRA man that came over here. So we always say it, Ryan. Well, the SRA camp, they just packed it up and brought the whole darn league over here.
Yeah, pretty much. And right now, Alan J. Owen makes that pass for second past Tyler Laughlin, and that's going to bring Alan's teammate Cameron Hearn to the inside of the 51, and it looks like he's going to get by as well.
Yep. Now, you talked about another man out here, Matt Hoover. He's won in the Xfinity Series, right now running in the 9th spot, right there near Mason Witzel, and Patrick Mallett. Right there is he's sitting in the 10th spot right behind him, right on his back deck lid. Tom Whitmore sitting there in the 11th spot. Bobby Cheney 12. Tyler Sifford sitting 13th. Now, folks, you're probably thinking, well, these guys, man, used to be up front all the time. Well, got a lot of new cats out here. A lot of pro-style drivers. And look at Blake Reynolds. He is fighting that car hard. But got a lot of new guys out here. Ryan, I know. When you start getting the competition we've got here at ExtremeMotorsports99.com, the Cup Series, it's very hard to get to the front.
Yeah, that's for sure. And, these guys are just battling week in and week out, trying to, progress. And these pro drivers, as you and I say, that are out here, they just keep beating them. And it's like you said, we start seeing guys who we're used to seeing run way up at the front, now maybe a little bit further down the top 10, and that's just why the competition level is so high right now. And there's even guys that we're used to seeing way up at the front, like for example Jimmy Mullis not having the night he wants. He's running back in 31st right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely agree with you on that one. These guys, man, right now just constant professionals out here, and definitely, like I say, excuse me, folks. Hang on a second. I had to cough for a minute. I get choked up all with the action going on, Ryan.
Little frog in your throat there?
I reckon, man, it must have the whole turtle.
I don't think frogs and turtles are the same thing, but okay.
Well, no, one goes ribbit, the other one just goes nothing. Yeah, there you go.
Sound a turtle makes.
Oh, it does?
I don't know. Actually, turtles tweet. I used to have a pet turtle. He tweeted.
Like tweeter?
No, like tweet, like he tweeted like a bird. Like,
oh, like
tweeter, which it sounded like a bird.
So he sent tweets out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's kind of cool,
yeah,
man.
4 in the morning when I'm sleeping.
Did he do like facing and all that too?
No, he did not do. No. Why are you doing this? Why are we playing this game? This is an off-screen game.
I know. I'm just saying. Gotta have fun.
Mess with
Come on,
Ryan.
man. I know. Gotta love it. Hey, got a good battle going on. Look at that. Oh, Keith Haney. That's the man we talked about last night that was doing pretty good. He's in the 7 machine. That's another thing we're kind of odd. We're used to seeing Tyler Sifford in the 7. Kind of off to see him in a different number out there. Maybe that's why I don't know it. And kind of throws me off a little bit because riding along here with Nick Hunt, the Kool-Aid man now. That's what we can call him. Mr. Kool-Aid, because he's looking cool out there. He's got that one hair flapping in the wind. Old John T. Wimmis right there. He's right behind him. A little bit ways behind him as some of the lap cars are going around him. But John T. Wimmis is another one here in the series who was, if you talk to him, he's just here to learn is what he says. He wants to learn as much as he can.
Yeah, and John's been doing a good job of that this season, and it's showing right now. You know, he had a car that was running really well when we were back at Daytona. Had a couple weeks where he was, you know, having some rough runs, just, you know, being at the back, having some the new growing pains of a new week, stuff like that, especially one as competitive as this. But tonight, so far, you know, John T. Wimbish, he started 19th. He's running 17th. He's made up a few spots, just been able to hang out there and just looking to gain as much experience as he can just by logging all these laps.
Yep, absolutely. And yes, I appreciate y'all noticing that. I did change the font up. Something new, just trying something different. Changed it to red because really the colors of OSR Network, I want to stay mostly red, white, and silver and black. And it's just an experiment, folks. I love the feedback. Keep giving it to me. Yeah, somebody else used 7. Yeah, but I know it was probably going to be a little hard to read, but white would definitely have been hard. So I'm just kind of, I might try yellow next because the yellow of the numbers, you know, really reflect pretty good. So, and I know if Rick's out there, he'd probably give me his 2 cents because he's a graphics man. So there we go. Either way, and I saw Rick out there. Said yes, ExtremeMotorsports99.com Cup Series here, live at Atlanta Motor Speedway, hot Atlanta, and we've got 33 bad fast drivers out here. Started with 34. Looks like Alan Gilliland, man, just gave up the ghost out there. But right now, under a huge green flag run, 62 laps straight here so far of 170. No fast fix. I call it the no fast fix error. I love, man, what they've done here. Love that they went that route because I think it's going to calm some of them down. Still have some great racing going out here. Constant professionals here, and it's just been all around a good race.
Yeah, it's been a very, very good race. Very exciting from start to where we are now, and most likely going to keep it that way. And just looking back, you were talking about Blake Reynolds having that ill-handling car. I don't know what happened, but Blake was so fast early in this race. Clearly, I'm wondering if maybe he tried a 2-tire strategy or something, just thinking, you know, for a brief moment we may have had a caution just trying to be fast, or he spun somewhere, but that 66 is on the verge of going around.
Yeah, he was all race long. He looked like he was just having his hands full. And right now, Tyler Laughlin, he's going up underneath old Matthew Wazenbach, who looks like he's hit the wall a little bit. Now, Matthew, man, last season we saw him take a win here in the Cup Series, and that was an awesome day for him. So he's definitely got him one in his books here in the Cup Series. Awesome deal right there. But we go through this field a little bit. Back here in the back, some of these guys, yeah, no fast fix definitely is. Last week was a wonderful race. It was a short track. Obviously some cautions there, but they went long green flags there. And right now, definitely is. I mean, you can see these guys are making moves, Ryan. They're not scared to make passes. They're navigating through lap traffic very well. They're going side by side, racing with each other very well. I mean, if we go back up front, you know, Colton Davis got a 3-second lead on him up front there. And right behind him, Cameron Hearn and Alan J. Wood right there. So these guys have done a magnificent job so far.
Yeah, and another guy moving through the field, it doesn't really help his cause right now, or he's trying to help his cause at the very least, is Jake Nichols right now battling side by side with the number 6 of Tom Wetmore, and Tom is currently running in 7th. So Jake, even though he's a lap down, is doing everything he can to get his lap back the hard way.
Yeah, we see that Blake Reynolds been off on the inside down there, lost it again. No caution there, but he is just having his hands full with that car. It is all over the place.
Yeah, I definitely got to think here that 66 is going to be coming to pit road, and I was watching for a number of laps, just could not hang on to that thing. It was on the verge of spinning at any moment, and finally just gave out on him there, unfortunately for the 66.
Yep, absolutely. You're right, Spike, and that's the thing is, when it comes to racing, there's a fine line between just overdriving it and knowing what you can do with a car. When you have a fast fix, obviously you're like, well, hey, look, if I wreck the car, I can get another one. Here, it's more of along the lines of a real mindset. I can't get that car back. But as we see right there, we're seeing lap cars go around, lead lap cars. We're seeing Tyler Laughlin. He's on new tires. Look at the moves he's making. So the guy still will do it. Now, granted, as we always say, business will pick up. Give it till about lap 130, 140, 50, around that area. Yeah, you're going to start seeing these guys put the hammer down. Did I mention we have a lot of pro drivers in here?
Yes, a few times we have done this, yes. And we just actually lost the 40 of Jimmy Mullis. I don't know if he was just involved in a wreck or if he just finally gave it up as well, but that 40 is just disconnected.
I hate to see that too, because he's a past winner here, won our dates. Actually, he's won 2 of them here so far. It's Cameron Hearn's coming into the pits. Here comes Alan J. Elwood, and half the other one's behind him. Boy, Cameron Hearn had to lock them down, coming down through there, smoking them big time, right in front of Alan J. Elwood. Almost lost it. Nick Northrup right there. Richie Evans, right there. So a lot of guys coming into the pits. Again, green flag stops underway. And to me, Ryan, that's just awesome, because that's 2 times now with the green flag. This is what these guys have wanted. Let me just say it real quick, and I know I talk a lot, but folks out there, these guys have hollered for this kind of racing for a while. Calm it down. We don't like a lot of cautions. Cautions are going to happen. It's racing. It's one of those things that you can't do anything about. Ryan, and I know that. But they've wanted this. This is what the drivers wanted. They wanted, and I really, really like it, because now you got strategy, who can pay off, and it probably will play in the guy's hands like a guy, our champ, Bobby Chaney, who's deadly consistent. Yeah,
I mean, and the thing is, you're right. The guys called for it. They wanted it real bad, and the officials and the admins over here at ExtremeMotorsports99.com said, okay, you want it, you got it, just be ready for it. And fortunately for us, we have such a talented group of guys here over at Extreme Motorsports 99. They've been able to take this and run with it, and as you can see right now, 72 consecutive laps, no caution on a track that so far has been, at least by appearance, a rather ill-handling one as these run goes on.
Yep, absolutely. Well, we talk about Bobby Chaney. It's another thing. He's not in a Ford tonight. He's in a Chevy and a Napa machine. Well, maybe Napa knows how and knows how to get this thing around this track, because he's looking pretty good in that 99 machine. And that, like those colors, and that's your favorite driver's colors. Chase Elliott.
I don't like Chase Elliott.
I had to say that, though.
Ryan Blaney for life.
I knew what Ryan was going to say. That's why I had to say that, folks, like that.
And the folks can argue with me in the chat if they want, just like you, Joe. Ryan Blaney, by winning in his Wood Brothers car before Chase Elliott in the Hendrick car, is a better driver.
Not
Enough
really.
said.
Not
Drops
really.
the mic, walks away.
Not really. I mean, not really. I mean, by that logic, Trish Busher would be better than both of them, because he won before both of them. Oh, sorry, Mike dropped and thrown it at you. Yeah, okay, back to the racing. Now, Ryan
I do
Keith's
like
the
Trish
man.
Busher.
Yeah, he's pretty cool, too. I do like him. Well, Ryan Keith's the man up front. Now, he's got some damage on the front of that. We didn't get to see what happened, but he looks like a mean chicken out there now, running around with a punched-in nose. Somebody knocked his beak off. But I don't know what happened to him. But he has yet to make his pit stop. Old Tyler Laughlin back there in second.
Yeah, he has not made that stop yet, but as I'm looking at the lap times here and looking at when these guys are pitting, that makes this a 3-stop race. And there are guys, for example, if they have to pit every 35 laps, like it looks like the 71 of Colton Davis did on that last run, he is going to run out on the final lap.
Wow.
Or be running out on the final lap.
So what do you do at this point?
He came in before he was that low on fuel.
So what do you do at this point?
Anybody that can go that pitted after lap 70 would basically be good to the end after one more stop.
Wow. Okay. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, one more green flag stop and you'd be good to the end from here, I would say.
So in other words, at this point right now, who possibly
No, I'm
could make
sorry.
it?
Okay, one more pit stop after lap, not 70, another 35 laps after that. So 105.
105. Okay.
Yeah.
So you'd have to go to... You couldn't make it all the way, could you?
No, wait a minute. Something's wrong with my math.
Yeah, I was fixing to say, wait a minute, that's like 50 laps, man, of running. There's no way.
Oh, you know what it is? I'm sorry. I forgot we were doing 170 laps. I thought we were doing 140.
Yeah,
that was last night. That's where my
night.
math was wrong. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
So it's at least 2 or 3 more stops right now.
Yeah.
I'll figure out the math
at the
and try it again.
very minimum 2, probably some of these guys 3. Then granted, obviously we don't have a caution out there.
Right.
We don't have one of those. So, but Tyler Laughlin, he is on a different pit strategy than all these guys. He's out front right now. Colton Davis sitting in second. Cameron Hearns, the man right there in third. Alan J. Elwood's been able to constantly be in the top 5 all race long. You got old James Thorndike right there. So not bad right now, your top 5. And let's go to the top 10. Might as well run it on down here. Nick Northrup sitting in the 6th spot. John Houston 7. Devin Smirker, in 8. And old Mason Witzel there in 9. Tom Whitmore's been able to pull it up in the 10th. We're still looking at Jake Nichols. He is on the lead lap now. Problem is, he probably had to do it on an off cycle, so to speak. But he's back there in 23rd position.
Yeah, that's definitely for sure. And I reran the numbers, and I'm ready to fix my error.
All right, go ahead.
So, if you pit, there's going to be at least 2 more stops. And if you can make that final stop on lap 122 to 123 or 122 to 125, you can make it to the end.
Oh, okay, cool. Good deal.
It's going to be very close, though.
Yeah, I would say
at 122, anyone pits then, it's going to be cutting it close.
Okay. What about tires? Yeah, Colton out there, Colton Lane brings out the thing about tires. Yeah, I'll get him fixed up because we've got a Colton Davis in the race and a Colton Lane out there in the chat.
Hey, it could be the week of Colton's. Colton Lane got his first win last night, and Colton Davis looking to get his first here tonight at Atlanta.
Absolutely. So dual Coltons, man. ExtremeMotorsports99.com. Hey, we're in the Cup Series here, folks. Atlanta Motor Speedway. These are some of the best here. And right now they're showing why, because they're putting on a good show. We're at 82 laps here, caution free so far. Don't want to jinx the guys out here. Good battle going on there. Got the 21 there. Delonte Ballard, he's on a older style, he's on newer style tires. As old Nick Hunt's out there, the Kool-Aid man. He's got that one hair flapping. He's sitting in 14th spot. A lot of green flag pit stops here. Put a lot of guys a lap down. So right now, nobody really wants to see a caution, because that definitely would not fare very well for half the field.
No, there's guys who are definitely not wanting to see a caution at all right now. One of them, you mentioned it, Keith Haney. He is the first one to lap down right now as the leaders continue to lap all the way now, getting ready to lap almost inside the top 10. Nick Hunt entering turn 3, and Colton Davis not far behind him there as he continues to run down these guys that are at the back end of the lead lap.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, you're right, John. Number 6, Tom Whitmore out there running around Dre Broadcast Machine. And you got old Tyler Sifford, Mr. Popularity. We call him Mr. Popular here. He's running around there. Yep, UNC card. Tar Heels. That's where I'm from. Tar Heel State. There we go. Yeah, that's all we'd need is a Duke card. They'd be out there knocking each other over. Y'all don't know nothing about that, do you, Ryan?
Nope, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I know. That figures.
Is it like college basketball or something?
It is, yep, college basketball. There's a big rivalry. Yeah. Duke, UNC, man, them boys. Let me tell you what. When they play twice a year, and when they play, and forget about it. It's just like it's like the North versus the South. You know what I mean?
But we don't fight that much.
I'm talking about back in the day.
No, I'm talking right now, though.
Never mind, Ryan. Go back to sleep. Wow. Well,
I'm just messing with you. Yes. Obviously, it's. Well, I'm looking right now, and I'm trying to find some good battles on this track that we can talk about, so that we can stop talking about ourselves and things that aren't racing. But I just can't do it.
Well, I mean, I'm flipping through the field here, and what I am seeing, though, is these guys, boy, are being very, very constant professionals out here. Riding here with John T. Wimbish, and what this does for us is actually just, well, really showcase this league, Ryan, to be able to showcase the drivers here of what they actually can do. I've seen some actually pretty good passes here because these guys are having to manipulate through every one of the lap traffic. You're seeing guys on newer tires, guys on older tires and whatnot, and so Rick out there, he's having a cool breeze.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back onto YouTube so I can interact with the chat some more this evening. But right now, watching a couple of different drivers, just taking a look at maybe the lines these guys are running, trying to figure out who's a little bit quicker and who's not. And right now, Cameron Hearn is the only one right now that's been able to keep the pace with Colton Davis, and even he's almost 2.5 seconds back.
Absolutely. We want a good battle. Look back here with Adam Young is here. You got on Tom Whitmore, he's taking it 3 wide right there. Don't know how good that's going to work out. Yeah, they settled that one real well. As I say that, guess what? See, perfect example. Old tires versus new tires, folks. Patience, you got to have it. And no caution, but we're going to go on Tom Whitmore. He spun that car. Or somebody there near him did one.
Ethan Kurtz spun, as did somebody else. I didn't catch it.
Okay. Looks like James. 59. Well. Let me go back on here a second. We saw the 59 and them get together right there. Ethan Kurtz, he lost it. Well, I'm surprised they know it in the caution thrown. Let's go back there and watch that wreck again here just real quick. You know, no caution, but Tom forced the issue in there 3 wide. James drove it in there a little bit. Ethan got loose, and that car was coming loose. And then James, you know, Thorndike just nowhere to go, got in the back end. Wow, that's just really not the place you want to be as a leader.
Yeah, no, unfortunately it isn't. And, you know, just you talk about the caution not coming out. We've seen that happen at places like Las Vegas and Texas. This is one of those tracks. If you get under the apron down there on the back straightaway, that caution does not come out. And a lot of wrecks do tend to happen down the back straightaway.
Yep, absolutely. Right now, Colton Davis is the man holding down the anchor up front, as he's got a good lead by 3.3 seconds over Cameron Hearn up there, and Alan J. Elwood sitting in the 3rd spot. Nick Northrup in the 4th, Devin Smirker sitting in the 5th spot. Well, we got Rick out there watching in the chat and the stream and all. Maybe I can ask him right fast. Rick, we've had a thing and try to take an experiment. You see the red lettering up there for the drivers' names. What color do you think would go well? The yellow looks like it works pretty well with the numbers there, so I was thinking about doing that. So we'll see what he tells me. We know he's a good graphics man and whatnot, but Man should be very proud of his league also. Doing some great things here. Got some great drivers. We still got Ryan 31 machines out here running, and it has been a tremendous one here. And some actually surprises. Tyler Laughlin, Jake Nichols, a few of them out there. Adam Gilliland, Jimmy Mullis, Blake Reynolds, just to name a few, just not having the night that they want so far. Not, some of them, yeah, on their own, but some of it's just not, because they can't help it. The most notable thing, though, is we're at lap 95 and no caution.
Yeah, lap 95, 170, so it's getting down to, you're past halfway. You're starting to, by this point, not only are your cars starting to show what they've got, but these drivers, though, it's to that point in the race where you're going to start getting a little bit tired here. By this point, guys are almost wanting a caution just to be able to take a break. With the way these cars handle, come up with an idea and try to make up some spots on a restart. Obviously, guys like Jake Nichols, this whole green flag run is killing it for him, but for anybody like Colton Davis, his car just been on a rail the whole race. He doesn't want to see a caution. He's feeling great. He's ready for the rest of this race. He wants it to end right now, though, so that he can be the winner.
Yep, absolutely, and you're right. He definitely wants to stay in the end, so he definitely can be the winner out here, because the guys are looking good so far here in Atlanta Motor Speedway. For ExtremeMotorsports99.com, we got some cup action going on. Like I say, got some big name heavy hitters here. Colton Davis, Jake Nichols, Jimmy Mullis, man, Blake Reynolds, Bobby Cheney and company from the SRA group, just to name a few. I mean, I could go through the whole entire list here because it's star-studded in this whole entire field. I mean, these guys put on a tremendously awesome show, and right now it has been. I mean, and kind of a little different calling a race than what we're used to. We used to, guys are used to hearing me, man, call, side by side, whatnot. But, we go off what the race actually gives us here, and it has gave us a great race so far.
And we've got our first caution, and it's a big wreck out of turn 2, or turn 4, rather.
It's like 67's involved.
And the 54.
Ooh. Well, let's go back here on the 67 and see what happens, because he's in the pits. Said the 54?
Yes, sir. Nick Northrup.
All right, let's go back on here again. Looks like he's coming out of turn number 4 there. I don't know if that car just stepped out from under him, but let's watch it here. Watch on a replay. Well, we were just saying first caution, but it took 100 laps to do it in, or about 99 at that. The number 54 machine here, Nick Northrup, he's going in. Going to turn number 3, heading into turn 4. And looks like he was, you know what happened? I hate to say it. He was going into the pits, and Aiden Young, he slowed down. Aiden got right into the back of him.
Yeah, it makes you wonder if the 54 ever called it out or let anybody know. Perhaps those guys behind him obviously just weren't ready.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just one of those racing deals. Hate to see that. Well, you know what it does? It gives us a chance to talk to somebody, finally. What's going on, Dustin, out there? How you doing, man? So I'll let you pick somebody. Who you want to pick?
Well, I mean, I think naturally you have to go, I would say, with Colton Davis, the leader.
All right. Good deal.
All right, I will find him.
We will find them, folks.
Yes. Very difficult here.
Oh.
Got it.
Okay. Colton Davis, Joe White in the booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, man.
Well, I tell you what, long green flag run. Definitely was awesome to see out there. Several green flag stops, and was just setting pace. How's the car feeling out there, and how's that track feeling?
Oh man, the car is feeling absolutely phenomenal, man. This is a good setup here. That Extreme gave to us tonight. The track changed a lot actually. It got a lot more grippy, so you're able to push it a lot harder after the first run. So that kind of helped me there. Plus tire fall off.
Okay. Well, you know, let me ask you, I asked several drivers last week how you feel about this no fast fix. I like it personally. I think it has really calmed a lot down. Obviously, we're seeing it from last week to this week. Very awesome. What's your feelings on it as a driver? Because you're one of the pro drivers, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
Oh, well, you're good either way, so.
Thank you.
Well, how do you feel about it?
You know, I think it provides better racing because with the one fast fix, you have two different spectrums, right? You have one spectrum where people don't care because they have that fast fix, you know, and then you have other people, the rest, that don't have a fast fix. So you get two mixes there, and it doesn't mesh very well.
I got you.
And
Got you.
that's not very good. I think this no fast fix will provide for better racing.
Yeah, and so far it has. From what we've seen here, obviously the drivers, you know, y'all drive the cars and all, but from what we see up here, the viewers out there, because they're loving it, you know, awesome green flag, but looking good in that 71, man. You think you got what it takes to stay there, lap 170?
Oh yeah, just have to hope we have a little bit of luck on our side.
All right, well, good deal. Good luck out there, Colton.
Thank you, Joe.
Well, Ryan,
TeamSpeak was arguing with me.
Yeah, was arguing with. Oh, what did
Yeah,
it
it wouldn't let me put him. It wouldn't let me put him in there.
Oh, well, I was telling you, no, Ryan, no,
Yeah.
no. Well, guess what? Although we didn't want to see the caution, we'd have loved to see it go caution free. But hey, we went like right at 100 laps caution free. This does benefit one driver,
Jay Nichols.
right? This is what he's been waiting for. Yes, been waiting for the whole entire race, because now he's sitting 13th, and he got on the lead lap. He had to do it as a wave around, but you remember he was on off cycle anyways, so now he's going to be able to get up here and run. So
that's for sure. But the one thing is, Jake has really got to be gambling by being a wave around this late in the run as they were, that there's going to be a quick yellow. And I think that, you know, he's going to have to just be smart here, try to save what he can in that 73, make sure he doesn't mess up on this restart and ruin what could end up being a great run of being 2 laps down all the way back to the, not just the lead lap, but potentially for a win.
absolutely. Well, pace car's in. Here we go. Green flag back in the air. Of lap 104, 170, folks. Colton Davis takes him on the clear there, going into turn number 1 as he storms off all these cars stacked up huge right there. Right there, Devin Smirker sitting in the second spot. He's on the inside. Here comes Tom Whitmore along with him. Alan J. Elwood's right there on his back deck lid. So these guys are stacked back up, and they have to do it all over again.
Yeah, these guys are racing really, really hard right now. Tom Wetmore looking good in that number 6 Stray Broadcasting machine, able to put it in third, but now coming under fire once again by the number 5 of Alan J. Elwood, who's been in the top 3 for the majority of this event.
Absolutely. Well, hey, we speak of it. Look who's up in the 6th spot. That's Mr. Consistency, old Bobby Cheney. Man's always just running around there. Oh, a little bit of contact back there between some cars. Gets stacked up right there. I think that's where Patrick Mellett and Tyler Sifford back there a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Tyler Sifford's front end is pretty banged up. He's looking to the inside of the number 19 of, my goodness, the 19 of Patrick Mellett.
Mellett, yep. Yeah, I got the name wrong myself, probably. Well, right now, looking good. These guys are getting spread out. Colton Davis, a man up front. Devin Smirker right there in second spot. Alan J. Elwood is a man on a mission in that number 5 machine. Hey, he's came over here to the Cup Series, and this season has done a magnificent job. He's on the high side there of Tom Whitmore, and he's trying to take it, as Tom's not giving it there very easily up front, as they're battling it out right there tooth and nail, but he finally gets around him.
Yeah, he's been working at it for a little while there, and they're now being able to get around Tom Wetmore up there. And now the 38 of Mason Wetzel closing in on the number 6 as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Alan J. Elwood, he is on the back deck lid and pulled up to the Budweiser machine, bringing that PPC performance. Boy, he's like, I am a man possessed, trying to come to the front and run down that 71 machine. He's saying, like we said, start getting to the closing parts of the laps. These guys will pick it up, and we're seeing it right now. Good racing. Folks, like I said, no fast fix, but hey, look at the moves they're doing. These guys aren't scared. They're still racing hard, and they're doing it up front as he is trying to pull off and see if he can't run down that 71 machine.
Yeah, and Alan J. Elwood is looking really, really good right now on that number 5. You know, I had the opportunity to race against Alan a couple seasons ago, and he is a very talented driver here at ExtremeMotorsports99.com. Obviously, last year's Xfinity Series champion, as you said, and he would be the first driver of the season, I do believe, to have moved up from the Xfinity to win a race if he is able to do so tonight.
Yep, absolutely. He is definitely looking good right there, closing in. We say reeling in that number 71 machine in the top side. Alan J. L. Woods in the second. Tom Whitmore's maintaining third right there, looking to try to bounce back. He's had a few good starts that he's had pretty good. Indy comes to mind, had a very good race, and then all for naught, got a penalty, got pushed to the back. Hated to see that. Right now looking good in third spot. Devin Smirker there sitting in fourth. Mason Wetzel, man, has been able to pull it, power it back up to fifth. Old Bobby Cheney hanging out right there in sixth. Nick Northrup in seventh. Tyler Sifford, Mr. Popular himself, there in eighth. Patrick Mallet right there. Mallet. Is that Mallet? Mallet. Okay. Sitting in ninth. Old Keith Haney right there in the 10th spot. But old Cameron Hearns 11th, Tyler Laughlin's 12th. Jake Nichols there, count him out because he's sitting there in the 13th spot.
Yeah, a lot of big names still in the top 15 here, and I just thought it was interesting. So looking up front as well, we talked about having some, the Xfinity Series champion there, Alan J. Old, who is still trying to run down Colton Davis, but it is also interesting to note Tom Wetmore, the Truck Series champion, behind him, and the Cup Series champion not far behind them as well. So it just shows right across all three divisions how talented all of these drivers are across ExtremeMotorsports99.com.
Oh, absolutely. You got a lot of talent here and a lot of give and take. Hard battling going on back here. Keith Haney and that 7 Machines on the outside there. Looks like he's got Matt Hoover on the inside lap down car there, but they are still neck and neck, side to side as they shoot off in the turn. Old number 88, look at that. John Houston's been able to pull it up in the mix. Unfortunately, got caught a lap down, but he's on some good tires. He's trying to bring it up there, maybe get himself a little help here, get on the lead lap, get back up here. He knows he's got a fast machine. Good battling going on back here so far.
Yeah, a few good battles again throughout the field. We see groups of cars forming up again as right now the 13 of Matt Hoover and the 39 of John T. Wimbish fighting side by side through 1 and 2.
Yes, sir. You got that right. Old John T. Wimbish looking good right there. Cameron Hearn makes the pass there on John Houston. Here comes old John T. coming up through there. Unfortunately, got called a lap down. He's sitting 21st spot. Like I say, these guys on a little newer tires, but definitely learning a lot here by being able to race like they are. So it's a good thing. Up front still, though, Colton Davis got a 2/10 lead over Alan J. Elwood. Tom Whitmore's right there in third. Devin Smirker sitting in fourth. Mason Wetzel in fifth. Bobby Cheney still in the 6th spot there. Nick Northrup 7th. Tyler Sifford in 8th. Patrick Mallet there in 9th. And Keith Haney rounds the top 10. We got a car spinning.
Yes, we do. Down the back straightaway, and they're up against the wall. Couldn't tell who that was. It was a
Nick
black
Northrup.
and red car.
Nick
Was it Nick Northrup again?
Yeah,
that's unfortunate.
Only reason I knew is because on my screen thing over here, he went and blinked. And I think I caught the top end of his number. But, coming down on the back stretch right there, we're going to get an eye here what just happened to him because it's going to bring our caution out here again. Unfortunate thing is he brought the caution out the first time, and he just lost that thing coming out of turn 2. And Tyler Sifford, well, he got a little piece of it. I'll tell you what, a masterful job by a lot of those guys getting, and a heck of a job by him too, by getting that thing off the raceway. Wow.
Yeah, he did everything he could to get that 54 out of the way as fast as he could, despite the fact it was spinning. But definitely unfortunate for Nick Northrup. 2 consecutive cautions that he was been involved in, and that's just the way it goes sometimes in these races.
Well, folks, you know, then the 3-strike rule, that's another thing they have here. Obviously, you bring out the caution, get an EOL. You bring it out again, you get a black flag, 30-second hold. Hey, bring it out 3rd time's the charm. Bring that out, well, you gone.
And I just want to let you know, one guy who is screaming and hollering in cheer over across the radio, and that is Jake Nichols, who, virtue of that caution, is not just back on the lead lap, but on the same cycle as the leaders.
Yes, he is. That's what I was saying. He needed just a little help, and you were talking about it there, about whether or not he would get it or not. Well, now he's on the same cycle as the leaders. Yes, he is, on the same pit strategy as they are now. I mean, he probably won't be as far up. He'll probably, right now I'm showing him in the 11th spot. So he's definitely going to be still marred in a little bit of traffic. Have to be a little bit patient, you know, but definitely wants to... I was looking at team speed. It looked like Rick and all them connection lost and then came back. Okay. All right.
That's weird.
Yeah, well, I've had TeamSpeak do that before. It does one of them, you know, funky things where it kicks you, then you all, you know, come back. You know what I mean? So.
Hey, as long as it doesn't do it to us, right?
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. I've had it do it to me in the middle of the broadcast, though. Well, you're right, John.
TeamSpeak.
Yeah, I know. Tell him about it. Get him, Ryan. Get him. Well, you're right, John. Cautions do breed cautions. Unfortunately, you know, Nick Northrup, the 2 cautions we had were single car cautions. That's a good thing. Didn't really take much anybody else out, you know, in the time there. So from that, really, you can't judge it off of the 2 cautions we had, because it's been some awesome racing so far.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, those 2 cautions are thus far but a mere blemish on this race. I mean, these guys have been doing an excellent job staying under green and being able to, you know, just race the way they have. And now, with that caution, we have a whole bunch of cars who are now also back on the lead lap as well, including John Wimbish, Matt Walzenbach, Mike Rominger is one of those as well. So they're going to be hoping now for the same thing that just happened with Jake Nichols to be able to get back on the lead lap.
Yep, absolutely. And reading out there what John said, they will. They'll go. They'll, like I said, you know, a little bit of patience will be thrown out the window as the race goes on, obviously. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. So we'll just have to see.
Yes, definitely. We're going to have to wait and see what happens here. But just as an update with the strategy we were calling earlier.
Hey, look, Rick just sent me a poke.
He did?
He did. He said, sounding great, guys. Glad to hear you back, Ryan.
Thank you, Rick. I appreciate it. And thank you for all the fans who are tuning in to watch me and Joe be back together here this week after being stupid sick when they were at my home track here on Iracing, when I was actually looking very much forward calling that race, but things happen, I suppose.
Yeah, things does. You know, had an eventful week on my end, so it happens, man. But definitely, man, you're here up here, and it's always good. Like I say, man, it's hard to get good help. We're about to go green flag racing here. Colton Davis is going to try to hold off the hard charge of old Alan J. Elwood, Tom Whitmore, and company back there. As pace cars in, here we go. Going to be lap 120 of 170. He hammers through the gears and takes off. Well, Tom Whitmore stays right there with him just a little bit as they head off into turn number 1. It's time by.
Yeah, they go off into turn 1 in single file already for the top 6 or 7 cars. As these guys are trying to get it organized really quick to try to make that run for the lead. But Tom Wetmore right now, the first one in line to try to make that attempt.
Yes, he is. He is trying to. They all went single file. Good restart right there. very professional on their end as these guys, man, got out there on a single file. But up front, here comes Devin Smirker. He is all over the back end of that number 6 machine up there. So it's 26 versus 6. He's on the inside. They're door to door as they head into the turn. As they'll come down through the back stretch this time by, we're going to get a shot here because they're going to run us over as they come hit the camera. Boom! As we hear the whole field come by.
Yeah, and these two racing really hard side by side right now, and both of them really this season have shown a lot of good speed and potential here, just as Colton Davis has. With Devin Smirker, one of those guys was a late entry to the season, has shown a lot of speed, and Tom Wetmore, last year's truck champ, as we mentioned before, just a couple of guys new to the series, but doing really, really well early part of the season and showing very strong here tonight as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, he wasn't able to make that pass quite yet on that number 6 machine. He had to fall back in line. Alan J. Elwood's now on his back deck lid. Mason Witzel's right there. Bobby Cheney still holding the 6th spot. So the top 4 to 6 guys right there all running single file in order and looking good. We'll look at Alan J. Elwood. He's all over the back deck lid of that number 26 machine.
Yeah, and he is all over the back of the 26, not far behind them. One guy you mentioned earlier, Jake Nichols, is starting to catch up to the back of the 67 of Cameron Hearn, who is also back on the lead lap now, and these two are not far behind that 99 of Bobby Cheney.
Well, I tell you what, do they all of a sudden feel the presence of the Superman? That's the 73 machine of Jake Nichols. Oh, they're sitting going, you've got to be kidding. We thought we had Superman grounded, but he is making a charge to the front. Folks sitting in 8th spot right now, and he's looking to take more. That would actually take over a Cameron Hearn spot. We got a battle, though, with Alan J. Elwood. He's going to 3rd. He takes it on the high side with a power move. He takes that machine there, looking very good. He's got the 38 there, Bobby Cheney, the champ. Right now, though, it is a dog fight for about the top 7 machines up here.
Yeah, and Tom Wetmore is still trying to do everything he can to get around that 71. And right now, this may just be me making just a visual opinion, but the 5 car of Alan J. Elwood is the best car on the first about 6 laps of these runs. He has been able to pass so many people and just been so strong after about a lap or 2. If he could ever have a caution come out or come to the pit lane and be side by side with the 71, he may be able to have something for him.
Well, that's true, and that's the thing. He looks like he's got an awesome short-run style car and is able to put that thing up there and maybe kind of evens out as the laps go on here. He's still right there. But looking at his lap times, he's actually faster than the top 2 right now by almost by a 10th or so. And you want to talk about another one there, about as even. The only other, Cameron Hearn, would be about the only other one. Jake Nichols that time was one of the fastest out there. So they're swapping back and forth lap after lap. One's faster, one's not.
Yeah, these guys are all very, very close in lap time. As you can see, the front 3 cars under a blanket right now with Devin Smirker not too far behind as well. And, we've seen now the 67 of Cameron Hearn and Jake Nichols catch these front 6 rather, and they're going to be in the mix here not too far from now as well.
Well, you talk about, man, sitting throwing a blanket over them, the top about 7 machines, 8 machines here right now. Ryan, there's there's not even a half second splitting them between those cars. That's how close they are. So, folks, we're about to have a tornado of a fight up front between the 8 machines here. It's going to be awesome as Alan J. Elwood is now chewing the back deck lid and the bumper off of that 6 machine to try to get around him.
Yeah, Tom Wetmore had a really good run on Colton Davis the lap before. Didn't quite be able to make the pass and may have had to jump out of the throttle. That put the 5 right back on his bumper. And as you said, that 5 of Alan J. Elwood now all over the back of the 6 trying to chomp that back bumper off, just saying to Tom, come on, get out of my way. You're holding me up now.
Yeah, he is right there. He's going to have to go drive around him if he wants him. He's looking on the inside. He's going to peek that nose and try to dive it down into turn number 1 as they go door to door. Let's see if he's got the momentum to pull it off coming out of turn 2 down the back stretch. Colton Davis is loving every minute of this one, along with Devin Smirker behind him there as they are still side by side. They'll head into turn 3. They are definitely battling it out side by side, man, tooth and nail.
Yeah, that's for sure. And the 6 actually starting to look a little bit stronger, using that momentum on the outside. He's going to clear the 5 of Alan J. Elwood once again here, and that's going to bring the 26 back to the back end of the 5, but that 71 now has a bit more breathing room than he had before the first time battling with the 6, but the 71 touches the apron, gets a little loose on the exit of turn 2.
Yeah, it is. We want to talk about an update on our Superman just past Cameron Hearn. He's in the 7th spot, and he is running them down, folks. Slowly but surely coming to the front. The 73 is. He's going, boys, just battle out just a little bit more, and I'll get up there, man, and battle. So we might get our showcase battle we want. The network battles. That's right, Dre Broadcast versus OSR Network, because, well, we haven't really been seeing it. That's kind of what Jake's on, and, hey, I appreciate him running it. Don't ask him to or anything. He just does it, and I definitely appreciate him doing that.
Yeah, it's definitely cool to see a guy like Jake Nichols run our lowly little broadcasting team and make us look even better out on that track with results. But right now, that 73 has got some work to do if he's going to have the battle within the battle for the networks here at ExtremeMotorsports99.com, because Ty Wentworth's still running in that 2nd spot.
Oh, yeah, but he just moved in a 6th spot right now, took that over from Bobby Cheney, dropped him to 7th. He's going to work on Mason Wetzel next. Right now, though, Colton Davis is the man up front and goes, hey, Superman, who? I don't see him. I'm gone. I'm out of here. As the laps are winding down, lap 133 of 170. Boy, look at the battle for second. At number 5 is eating the 6 up for life right now. He dives on the inside of turn number 1. They are door to door.
Yeah, they're going to fight side by side again. That 6 is again, though, going to have the momentum on the outside of the 5 of Alan J. Elwood, who's going to have to lift off the exit of the corner. Alan's going to have to hope that he can clear the 6 about midway through the corner in order to make that pass. But did the 71 just get on the apron? I thought I saw smoke for a moment.
Didn't see anything get on the apron. I see him pulling away from these guys. He's loving every minute of those guys up there, man, battling it out. Because right now, side by side, neck and neck, there's the 5 and the 6. These guys, man, are not giving an inch. They don't care. It's not the last lap. It's lap 135 or 170. You're right. Problem is, Allen has a good going into turn momentum. Old Tom has that momentum coming off, though. That's where Allen needs it to be able to put the hammer down. Right now, Jake, though, looking on the inside of Mason Wetzel back there.
Yeah, there is good fights going on, and it is important to note right now, based on when that caution fell, that last one, these guys, if they pit from this lap forward here, lap 136, from now to the end, you are good to the finish. Yep. And the max these guys are going to be able to go is about lap 150.
Yep, and you got that right. So you got to keep that in the back of your mind because of professionals. Even though these guys are running hard. Boy, look at the 73. Oh, and Alan J. Elwood lost it. That's what I was about to say. That's some driving right there. Wow.
Wow.
My hat's off, kudos. Because what I was about to say before he did a Houdini job out there was, you know, you got to make another pit. You're out there battling really, really hard. It's probably better to just hold up, ride where you're at. Now, obviously, right there, I mean, Jake looks like he's a lot faster. Yeah, he's going to take that high side. Maybe not, but we'll see.
And we just talked about it. I just saw a whole bunch of cars hit pit lane. These guys know now they can make it to the end. It's time. If you're further back in this field, you're going to short pit right now and get up as much track position as you can as these leaders have to start coming in. And here comes the 6 of Tom Wentmore.
Yep, then Tom Wentmore's going to come into the pits. You know that, and that's probably going to dictate what these guys up here do. Now, my interest thing is what, well, yeah, obviously, whoa, Tom had to lock them up coming in. Oh, and they get together. That is not what you want to see right there.
No, and it doesn't look like maybe the 5 and the 6 are exactly happy with each other. Oh, as now Alan J. Elwood is around in the grass. Just some very unhappy drivers, I think, right now.
Yeah, that was just the 6 just came in heavy. The 5 came in heavy. Now, here's the thing. Jake Nichols is on an off cycle. His lap times are still up there. And I don't know if he comes in this time or not, or if he stays out there.
I really don't know. I mean, I think now that the 6 of Tom Wentmore has just exited the pits, now I know it's going to have held him up a little bit that small incident there with Alan Elwood, but it's going to be interesting to see. I think the longer the 6 is out on those fresher tires, you're going to have to come in, especially if you're someone like Colton Davis, because the 6 now is only going to continue to make up time on these guys.
Yep, absolutely. And right there, what Jake has already said himself, he's out here to run consistency, out here to make points, so to speak. Winning's not always in the back of his mind now. He wants to win, sure, but he understands the big picture of a title. He saw what Bobby Chaney did, and speaking of Bobby Chaney, he's made his pit stop, and he's running there in the 15th spot. But he has yet to do it. He is right on the back deck lid. Well, he's actually right the outside now of the 26, trying for the second spot. As I say that, not going to get it, so he's riding in the tire tracks. That's the one thing about Jake, folks. Watch him right here. That he'll ride. If he gets a run, sure, but he's not going to press that issue too much.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to push the issue either. He's going to just save it and probably come in whenever Colton Davis does, as I'm looking further back in the field right now. A guy we haven't talked about yet tonight at all. Right now, he was running 7th when they last crossed the line. The number 87 of David Elliott having a good run.
Number 7?
87, and now he's back to 18th because he pit.
He went to pits, yeah. And that's due to the fact that he was just out there on a different pit cycle. Now, let's slow the scenario down for us here because, obviously Colton Davis, Jake Nichols, them have not pitted up front. Neither does Devin Smirker. But Cameron Hearn has, and he is lapped down, so we definitely want to see. I would like to see Jake come into the pits because his lap time last time was a 30.4. Cameron's was a 29.4, folks. That's about that's what, a second off. So yeah.
Well, here comes Colton Davis right now, so I imagine that the 73 is going to follow him, and he does. I was about to say these guys can only go another 10 laps on fuel, so they're definitely going to need to pit soon if they want to intend to try to get this lead back. And now it's going to be the watch of the 6 of Tom Wentworth to see where he cycles out if he ends up being our new leader.
Well, he's 36 seconds back, so let's actually go to Tom Wentworth. Actually, Cameron Hearn would actually cycle out to be the new leader, because he's in front of him with Mason Witzel right there. So Cameron Hearn's 32 seconds back, but let's go and see where he's going to cycle out here as he's coming across the line. Jake and him is now coming out of the pits. So let's see, but we got a car smoking. Ooh, car smoking bad.
I'm trying to find this vehicle.
It's on the bad stretch smoking. Well, Cameron Hearn was able to go around.
Aiden Young.
Ooh, I hate to see that. Cameron was able to take it to the front. So let's see where Jake Nichols is now. Jake is actually... Well, Jake's not that far off. Well, I say that now. He's 11 seconds off. That's a lot of time to make up. I think staying out like he did probably hurt him more than anything. But right now, Cameron Hearn, though, he's got a 3.5 second lead over Mason Witzel and 3.9 over Tom Whitmore. And look who's in 4th spot.
Mr. Consistency, sticking right up there.
And in 5th spot, old showstopper.
Galante.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow, well, the SRA boys, no, they just show up when they need to show up. Them guys said, look, we'll just hang out when we need to. Well, he just went around old Patrick Mallett right there, and for the 6th spot, actually for the 5th spot, and Colton Davis, who was up there, got involved a little bit, who did a pits. Now, he's a little better off than Jake. He's sitting 7th. Jake's a little further back. In a 10th spot now, so he's going to have to work his way back up there. Now, we've still got a little ways to go, Ryan. I mean, we've still got about 22 laps here, so a little bit can happen here. Obviously, a caution would definitely mix up the whole thing, but Tom Whitmore makes the pass on Mason Wetzel up front here, so he's going to try to set his sights on that man. So can Tom Whitmore put himself in position and get a win here?
I think he could. I think right now he's going to need a little help of a caution because I believe that 67 is a little bit faster, and a 3.5-second gap is fairly large. And it is important to remember these guys are on about 7 or 8 lap older tires now than the 71 of Colton Davis. So at some point, their tires are going to go from being okay to being really bad. And that 71 is still going to have about 8 more laps left on his, depending on how hard he's running right now.
Yeah, that's true. You're right on that one, and they got to be mindful of it. Now, he's like you said, 3.3 seconds is the difference between first and second. The lap times, last time, Cameron Hearn ran a 29.81. Tom ran a 29.62. So even though about a tenth and a half, almost 2, he's just not gaining that much because with the 3.3 second lead, what you can do is you can afford to give up some time and then, you know, put the hammer back down. So that's another thing you got to keep in mind. Colton Davis just moved into the 4th spot around Bobby Chaney. Got a feeling those new tires are paying off, or he is just running that car very hard. He's only 4.9 seconds back. He ran a 29.2 to kind of give you an idea. So he is almost, Ryan, 7 seconds faster, or 7/10 faster than the leader. Maybe
yeah, and these guys are. Yeah. Oh, I thought something happened. Every now and again, I think my audio is messing up on iRacing. I'm riding on board, and it'll make it sound like guys are feathering the throttle. Obviously, they're not, but I have a brief moment where I think something's happening.
Heart problems, man.
Yes.
Look at the closing rate, man. That 71 got on the 38 coming out of turn 4s. He dives on the inside. He's going for 3rd spot. That might be the man we might be talking about right there. Old Colton Davis in that 71. He's a man on a mission to get back up front.
Well, it's like we just talked about. You know, these guys are hitting that point. Their tires aren't that good anymore. Here comes that 8-lap better tires for Colton Davis. And he's running down the back end of the 6 of Tom Wetmore and setting his sights, as you just said, trying to get back to the leader, Cameron Hearn. These guys that pitted early now need to gamble for a caution and hope for one, so that everybody has to come back in and pit again, and they can try to battle it out.
Well, right now he is almost a second faster than the leader and only 2.6 behind him. He is running him down like a screaming demon out there in the 71. Colton Davis, and looking good. Tom Whitmore falls to 3rd. Cameron Hearn still out front. Jake Nichols is running there in the 8th spot. You want to talk about his lap times? He's running comparable to what Colton Davis is. So they are both running almost in a car to wall hard.
Yes, and it was the lapped car. I got to get a look. It was a lapped car. Oh.
36 or something. 39.
Oh, Brett Kaminsky. This is his first start here tonight.
Not what you want to see on your first start. Slamming the wall. I saw him.
Yeah, certainly not the way when I introduce a new driver to the league.
Yeah. Yeah. Hello to the stream. Bam, there's the wall. Hello, wall. Well, he's coming in there. He just lost that thing and almost lost it. Oh, wow. Mason Witzel might want to check his nerves. And Alan J. Elwood also, wow. Woo, because that happened right in front of all the leaders. Oh, well, I tell you, that was, I bet those guys was like, you got to be kidding me. Well,
yeah, it was definitely unfortunate.
What do you think now?
Well, I think everybody comes into pit, and you're going to have about 10 laps to go on this restart. If you don't come in, you're a sitting duck, and it's going to be all about this pit stop. I think if you restart in the top 3 or 4, you have the best chance of winning this race.
Does anybody stay out?
No. I can't imagine it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I would come in, and everybody does. Yep, they all come in. Yeah, you're right. It's tires definitely are what you want. So, with that said, want to try to talk with someone?
Oh, let's take a look. You picked this time. I picked last time.
Let's talk to that 60. Did we talk to 67 before?
We have not.
Let's talk
I don't
to
think.
him.
Did we? No, I don't think we did.
I don't remember. Yeah, we might have.
No, we talked to the 71.
You need to write this stuff down. I can't remember. I'm old.
All right. Well, I'm pulling him up for you.
All right, you go ahead and talk to him.
Okay.
I'm going to check the sound.
Cameron Hearn, this is Ryan Daniels in the OSR Network booth. Do you have a copy?
10-4.
Well, Cameron, you were out there leading. You basically were getting the 71 was starting to catch up to you there at the end of the run, and now you are on the same tires as everybody else and put yourself back out in front again. Do you have what it takes to bring it home in the win here tonight?
Yeah, I took 2 tires to get out front, and I was surprised by the lead I had. I knew he was going to catch me, but I was trying to finish up in the top 5 after pitting, getting a lap down earlier. But it's going to be close. There's a lot of guys fast. I mean, Colton's been fast all race. If anything, my only chance I've been able to hang with him is on the first 5 or 6 laps, which could work in my favor. I got somebody took 2 tires, so I think it's going to be the first person who gets around Devin. I think is going to have a good chance of winning this race.
All right, we'll definitely wish you luck the rest of the way, and hopefully we get a chance to talk to you at lap 170.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
No problem. Well, the 26 took 2 tires. Isn't that interesting?
Well, definitely going to loosen that machine up.
Yeah, just a touch.
Absolutely. Well, here's the scenario, folks. Obviously, lap 170 ends it. Lap 166, caution comes out. That ends it. So keep that in the back of your mind because it's definitely going to be very interesting. As the 26, like I said, took 2 tires. Cameron Hearns right there going to start in second. Tom Whitmore there in third. Colton Davis fourth. Mason Witzel fifth. Bobby Cheney sixth. Delonte Ballard seventh. Jake Nichols right there in the 8th spot. So it's not over with here yet, folks.
Oh no, it's not going to be over until they come across that start-finish line on lap 70. And right now, we talk about it week in and week out. Lap 70, obviously the checkered flag, but lap 165, 166, that could be it. So these guys have got to be, assuming at the very least you're going to have about 5 laps to go.
Yep, absolutely. Well, tell a tale here. We'll see if we can't go because we're going to have what? 10 to go.
Yes, sir.
That's right. It will be exactly, will be lap 160 of 170 here, folks.
So 11.
Well, when they cross that line, the green flag, it'll be lap 160.
Yes, if you're restarting on lap 60, it's 11 laps. Because remember, lap 170, they don't hit the line, have it say 170. They have to do the whole lap of lap 70.
Right.
Yes.
10 laps to go.
It's 11.
Quit. What's wrong with
I'm
you,
telling
man?
you it's 11.
Man, I'm telling you, man. He's yelling at me. I'm going to cry. All right, here we go. Well, I'm about to settle it either way here, Ryan. This pace car's coming out of turn number 4. It's going to take that hard left turn off on pit road. Drop down. Here we go. Devin Smirker, the man out front. It's going to look good. He's going to try. He spun the tires just a little bit. Tom Whitmore had to check up. Oh, Cameron Hearns right there behind him. He's going to pounce on that idea.
Yeah, and both of these guys are going to go side by side. The inside line going to have the advantage here on the restart. Tom Wetmore moves it up into the 2nd spot. Now he sets his sights on the back of that 6, who did get a little bit loose out of turn 2. But Cameron Hearns is going to have to look back to the inside of Tom Wetmore now as they go into turn 3.
Yeah, it is. Right now, it is anybody's ball game. All these guys on even tires. Boy, look at the move Colton Davis does. Pinches down a little bit. Like I said, with 10 to go, here we go. Folks, we're at lap 161 and 170. These guys are not going to stop. It is definitely, and here comes that 71. Man on a mission.
Oh, and he gets the wall.
Out.
And no caution. They're under that white line. If the entire field gets around him, that's going to stay green.
Yes, it will. Unfortunate for him. We saw that live. He just snuck up the track, got loose, or actually went tight, hit the wall. Whamma, that's all she wrote right there. Hate to see that up front. Devin Smirker, though. He's got Tom Whitmore all over his back deck lid. Mason Witzel and Cameron Hearns still back there. And Jake Nichols has been able to power it to the top 5. He's trying to bring it to the front now.
Yeah, and unfortunately that wreck also took out the 21 of Delonte Ballard, but up at the front, the battle is still going on. The 26 trying to get around the back, the 26 trying to hold off the 6 rather, and not far behind them. Cameron Hearn closing in, as is the 38 of Mason Wetzel, and you just said it, Jake Nichols up to the top 5.
Yes, he is. He's all over the back deck lid of that 38 machine. He's going to hope to get around him very quickly, and I think he just did. Nope, he's going to try to get around him as he's going to drive down the inside. He might be a little bit quicker. He can get up out of those top 3 guys and give him a run. Bobby Cheney's right there in the tire tracks of him, so it's going to be interesting. Jake Nichols is looking on the inside. Definitely his nose to tail up front. Anybody's ball game right now.
Yeah, and as we know, catching someone's one thing, passing him's another, and you're seeing that right now. Jake Nichols, he hasn't been this high all race long. These guys may have more on their, may just be running a little bit better than Jake anticipated, but still trying to make that pass to the inside of Mason here as they go through turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, it is. And at some point, he's just going to have to push the hammer down on that thing and go, because time is running out as we cross the line at 165 of 170, folks. Another lap around here. A caution comes out, it's over with. Here he is side by side and door to door with the 38. He is doing everything he can. Tom Whitmore, though, takes it to the front side. He's in second place right there. Jake just cannot make that pass yet. The top 3. Here comes the 67 of Cameron Hearn, though.
And Cameron's got a big run. He's going to turn the 6.
And that gets Jake. Wow, he held on to that. Caution's out. There's the big one, though. Wow. But the man up front's going to win. It's Devin Smirker. Holy cow, though. Wow, that one. Okay, we got 2 incidents here. Let's go back on the one that actually brought the caution out. Let's watch right here with Jake Nichols on this one, because this actually happened after. We see Tom Whitmore and Cameron Hearn get together. Jake did a wonderful job. He got tapped a little bit. That slowed him up. Alan J. Elwood drove through the field, caught Bobby Cheney. Oh, man. And then we got a car that went up into the sign. So not a lot of people are going to be happy with Alan J. Elwood over that one. Probably not, because the caution had came out, and he just drove. So I might watch it one more time. This is the best angle we can see. Watch Alan J. Elwood. Caution had came out. He came in and went low, got clipped up on Bobby Cheney, got into Jake Nichols, and it just destroyed all those cars. I mean, he was coming through there like a madman. And then the one car just went flying in the air. Looks like the 88 of John Houston. And watch him. He gets stuck in the catch fence, folks. Beautiful. I love that. He's stuck in the fence.
Yeah, that's very strange.
Yeah. Well, one thing we know for sure, the winner. Devin Smirker. Wow, pulled it off with a 2-tire stop. Cameron Hearn comes in second. Well, we're going to say Cameron Hearn came in second. He did get into the back of Tom Whitmore, which brought that caution out. So we'll have to wait and see what they deem that. And Keith Haney, look at that. Man, bringing it up in the 3rd as of right now. So what I hate is the fact, yeah, I know you're trying to get up through the field, but you see cars back there again. Patience. Caution comes out. Allen come blowing up through there. Don't know if he got the caution there or what, but either way, man, caused another big one. Going to be interesting here with the 67, though, because originally the caution was with him. So it's going to be admin's discretion, folks, obviously. I let them do their job. We do our job as calling it, because right now we're going to call Devin Smirker definitely want to win this one. Cameron Hearn sitting in second, and Keith Haney's going to put that thing in third. So that's our unofficial results as of right now. And what'd you see out there, Brian?
Well, actually, I did go back and take a look. I'm trying to figure out. You're right. It was almost like a bit of a. I would almost call it a racing deal between the 6 and the 67, but it is an unknown as of right now. He did get in the back of the 6 of Tom Whitmore, which would have triggered that caution. But the incident with Alan J. Elwood, all those guys that made those passes, Keith Haney, one included, made it going around the outside of a whole bunch of cars that had slowed down because the 77 was slow. That was the only way Alan could go, and the caution had not yet flown. The caution didn't come out until after Alan had already collided with a few cars back on the track, as that was when the 6 was sitting in the middle of the dog leg.
Yeah. Well, I definitely don't want to be in the driver's meeting.
No. No, because you're right. There is going to be some unhappy guys, but right now, I mean, you look at it, that really the secondary action that happened was everybody reacting to the save and the spin by the 6, and it's going to yield a very interesting top 3, to say the least.
It is. It's going to be interesting to see what they do as far as with Cameron. I hope, like you said, we don't know. We stay out of that. That's the admin's part of it. As of right now, they're holding with him staying in the second. They could be reviewing it and whatnot. And we'll just have to see what their call is on the track. I mean, we saw it there. They got into each other and just racing hard there at final laps. And Whitmore went around. And when he did, he actually collected Mason in the front, clipped the back of Jake. Jake actually slid that thing, drifted it, was able to hang on to it. And then it checked him up, and that's what you said, check the field up. Now, the thing about it is, Jake was down low, along with Bobby Cheney there. Bobby was able to hold up, but Alan chose to go on the inside, and then everybody else went high. So just one of those big ones, but man, what a race, Ryan. No fast fixes here. Awesome race here tonight. Let's get a quick summary on what it was. 160 or 170 laps total, 4 cautions, 16 lead changes though. So an awesome, tremendous race.
Yeah, and it's been a very good race. And right now, going to be definitely exciting to get the opportunity to talk to Devin Smirker. That boy's going to be pumped. We talked about earlier in the race how good he's been early on in this season for a guy who was a late entry to the league and shown speed and shown that he can hang with those guys up front. And tonight it pays off on that 2-tire strategy. But another guy that I also can't wait to talk to is Keith Haney. He started 16th. We talked about him early in the race. He had been running, middle of the back and little stuff like that, and able to rebound to a 3rd. So very good runs by these guys up front.
Yep, absolutely. And definitely a good race. Obviously, and what a thriller of a finish, man. Right there, Devin Smirker did everything he had to do. Came out, did a 2-tire stop, and pulled it off. But hey, he's the winner here tonight, Atlanta Motor Speedway, folks, for ExtremeMotorsports99.com Cup Series. And wow, what a race.
Yeah, it was definitely exciting, and looks like Cameron Hearn is going to keep that 2nd spot.
Good deal. All right.
All right, well, I have our drivers in the staging area, and I'm going to bring up Keith Haney.
All right, good deal.
Keith Haney, this is Ryan Daniels in the OSR Network booth. Do you have a copy?
Sure, I do.
Well, Keith, you started in the 16th spot tonight. You were able to bring it home in 3rd, and on a very crazy final green flag lap that you guys had there, how would you describe your run here this evening?
It was tough. I'm definitely glad that I finished where I did. I didn't expect to finish there tonight. If it wouldn't have been for that wreck right there, I probably wouldn't have. I just couldn't get myself out of about 10th place tonight.
Well, we saw you hanging around that top 10 all night long. You were looking good in the number 7 HBR Racing team there, and just looking good all the way around. And definitely got to be happy with that 3rd place finish. Is there anyone else is there anybody you want to thank out there?
You guys for sure for putting on a heck of a show. I love going and watching it the next day. Extreme Motorsports, Rick, Don, and the whole crew. I appreciate them. Everybody out there watching tonight, and Dad and Daniel for coming out here with me every week and keeping me company.
All right, Keith. Well, congratulations on third place, and we hope to get to talk to you in the next event.
Thank you.
Well, that seemed like a very happy person there. Keith was, like I said, he just very thankful. Like to see guys like that. So let's get to talk to our second place man here.
All righty. Cameron Hearn, this is Ryan Daniels in the OSR Network booth. Do you have a copy?
I got you.
Well, Cameron, you were able to bring that car on the final restart. We got the chance to talk to you there, and you were hopeful that you were going to be able to compete for the win. You gave it everything you had. What did you have to do differently to get around Devin Smirker to try to get the win here tonight?
Yeah, he actually ran the hell out of the car on 2 tires. I was surprised that he was able to hold us off. But yeah, I hate that. I guess a little bit of net code with me and Tom. Going into 3 and 4, I kind of hate that. It's a long race, and I hate to be involved in taking someone out running their race. But yeah, I don't even know if I would have gotten around him even if it would have stayed green. He was fast. Colton was fast all night. Last caution kind of didn't go his way, and me and him started on the outside on the restart, so that kind of hurt us a little bit. But all in all, top 5 in this league, I'm happy.
Yeah, you definitely put in a stellar performance there, bringing the machine home in second. And anybody else out there you want to thank for a very good run this evening?
Yeah, all the guys on my team, Mike, Richie, Alan, Sherwin Williams on the hood this week, so I might as well keep them a permanent sponsor. It's the best finish in the league. Petrie Pools and Spa, my dad watching, all the work that you guys do, all the guys that Rick and Don and all the admins do in the league. They keep us running week in and week out. And yeah, just thanks to a lot of people who keep this stuff going.
All right, Cameron. Well, we thank you for coming up here and talking with us, and we wish you luck in the next event.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Well, seem to be pretty pleased, man, to be able to pull it off there in second spot. So, you definitely should be had a very fast car here tonight. But I know one happy camper here is going to be down in victory lane there, Ryan. Devin Smirker, that man in that number 26. Devin Smirker, Joe White in the booth. Got a copy?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Well, definitely you are, and you definitely had a one heck of a pit strategy call there on the end to take 2 tires and bring that thing out front and hold them off back there on a wild restart finish here at Atlanta. But hey, you're the winner here for Extreme Motorsports 99.com Cup Series at Atlanta Motor Speedway. How's it make you feel?
Man, I was screaming like a 12-year-old girl when that yellow came out. This series is tough, and outside of an official series or an official race on iRacing, this is the best competition you're gonna find anywhere. And yeah, I know you could say I stole one today, but when you run top 5, it don't matter if it's real life or it's on iRacing. You put yourself into positions like that where you can do that and go for wins. I wasn't gonna make the chase on points. I could rattle off a couple top 10s and finish the year off. I still probably wasn't gonna make the top 12. So you know what? I decided I pitted a little bit later than those guys, so I only had a couple laps on my tires. So I'm like, okay, you know what? We're gonna go for it. I got nothing to lose. And wow, man, I was really concerned about that restart, but the car took off, and even if it went green, I think it would have been close.
Yeah, absolutely. You definitely was able to hold it off, and a masterful job. And you're right. The level of competition here is definitely, even Cameron Hearn said it there behind it. To be able to finish in a top 5 here in the series is an awesome feat. But hey, you're the winner here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedways for Extreme Motorsports 99.com. Got anybody out there you want to thank?
Oh man, I can go on all day. Let's see. I gotta thank Connor O'Kresick. He's been spotting for me past couple races. He couldn't make it tonight. He's a real good kid racing super lates in the southeast. Gotta thank the guy who painted this car. Been running this paint scheme for 5 straight years, JD Laird. I don't know, it's just I was on my own tonight. I usually have some help with me in TeamSpeak or a teammate or two, but I was a lone wolf tonight, and I made all the pit calls myself. So I don't know, man. It's just exciting. You know, you never know what can happen. I'm in the chase now, and you know, anything could happen in those couple races. There's Talladega in there. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna go for some more wins now that we ain't gotta worry about the points. And you know, top 5 every week. You're gonna have to look for this number 26 in the chase. I promise you.
Oh, absolutely, you're right. And be mindful, the man who won the championship last season only won one race the whole season, and that was one race in the chase. Did it out of consistency alone. As Bobby called him, Mr. Consistency, Bobby Cheney. So keep that in the back of your mind there. But you're right, you are in the chase. Congratulations again for the win here tonight, Devin Smirker.
Thank you, guys. You guys do a great job.
All right. Well, I appreciate it out there, Nancy, as always. So let's get our racing results order here tonight because Devin Smirker did pull it off. Cameron Hearn's going to finish in second. Keith Haney there in third. Mason Witzel fourth. Matt Hoover pulling up in the top 5 here. Awesome finish for him. Patrick Mallett right there in sixth. Mike Franklin seventh. Jake Nichols, the Superman, able to pull it up there in eighth. Bobby Cheney, Mr. Consistency. Hey, look, we know top 10s. That's what he needs. He's right there in ninth. Mike Romans rounds out the top 10.
Yeah, then in 11th we have the number 11 of Ryan Keese. Tom Wetmore going to bring it home in 12th. 13th is Delonte Ballard. 14th, Nick Hunt. 15th, Daniel Haney. 16th, Matt Wozenbach. 17th, John Houston. 18th, Alan J. Elwood. 19th, James Haney. And rounding out the top 20s, Ethan Kurtz.
Yeah, and the 21st, we got David Elliott, Tyler Sifford, Mr. Popular himself, 22nd. John T. Wimmis right there in 23rd. Colton Davis, 24th. Aiden Young right there in 25th. Brett Comiskey, hope I said that right, sitting in 26th. Yep. Tyler Laughlin, 27th. Nick Northrup, 28th. Adam Young there in 29th. And James Thorndike rounds up 30th.
Yeah, 31st, we have Richie Evans, the 66 of Blake Reynolds in 32nd. Jimmy Mullis in 33rd. And Adam Gillen rounds out the field in the 34th spot.
Yeah, it was. Well, I'll tell you what, it was an eventful night, to say the least here. Went a long, almost 100 laps complete, green flag, and we had several cautions there towards the end. And obviously a big one there at the end, kind of mixed it up a little bit. But Devin Smirker pulled this thing off in a pit strategy call there that was awesome. Congratulations to him for that. Ryan, you got any final words on this race?
Man, I mean, it was just exciting all the way around. The patience that was shown was spectacular. These guys were very consistent all night long and yielded a very exciting finish. And just, you know, got to throw the congratulations. Devin Smirker mentioned it, maybe one of those drivers who may not be able to win every race this season, but the one win makes a difference, and it did for him tonight, putting him in the chase. And got to feel good to get his first win here at ExtremeMotorsports99.com.
Hey, you're absolutely right. Well, we want to give a shout out to title sponsor OSR Network, 10 Designs, Racing Designs and Graphics. Check those guys out. And also Extreme Motorsports 99.com Cup Series action. Well, folks, it was an eventful one here. The last 2 races at Atlanta here this week. Well, we're off next week, 4th of July. I want to wish everyone a happy 4th of July. As Extreme is off and the Monday Night Thunder's off. Only actually have 2 races I know of. Winstail on Sunday and SRA next Wednesday, so I definitely got a few days off myself there, but we will be back here tomorrow night. Hardline Racing. We got some Xfinity Series style there. Daytona Speedway tomorrow night at 9:30 Eastern Time, so check them boys out there. So it's Joe White up here in the booth along with Ryan W. Daniels. As always, appreciate him being up here. For everyone out there, I hope you enjoyed it. Everyone have a good night.